Hello, hello, hello. Okay, I think it's working somewhat. Hello, Teyvat stream. Thanks for joining in. की हालचाल? हाउ भाई, एक तो मेरा स्ट्रीम ला भाई इतना मर रहा है, क्या बताऊँ भाई। गर्मी कितनी हो गई है ना, देखने लाए। अच्छा स्ट्रीम तक joining in। भाई गले की गर्मी like already is so high, like bro कम ऑन। दो दिन में लगा अरे ठीक है कोई दिक्कत नहीं, मतलब ठंडी भी है बट गर्मी भी है। सेविंग पर 140 वीडी गारंटीड। ओह वाओ, नाइस भाई। उन्होंने आ जाएगी तो मौज मस्त हो जाएगी। हाँ वही का है ऑलरेडी तो। और मुझे पता नहीं है मैं कब से ही डोमेन कर रहा हूँ, बट एक कहाँ मर गया था स्ट्रीम लैब्स। आई डोंट नो भाई, स्ट्रीम लैब्स का ऐसा ही है भाई, अभी भी मरा ही हुआ है। आधी सेटिंग्स को भसड़ कर रही है, कभी लैग कर रहा है, कभी आई डोंट इवन नो भाई क्या होता है स्ट्रीम लैब्स को। इट जस्ट अननोइंग। चलो ठीक है, चल रहा है सो फार सो नाइस नाइस। एनीवे सो गाइस, जो है अभी स्ट्रीम पे, व्हाट्सअप, वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम एंड या तो यार ये इवेंट आया फिशिंग वाला, पता नहीं क्या अजीब सा भाई। लाइक डूड, इन लोगों को पता नहीं क्या ही फिशिंग से अलग ही टाइप का लगाव है भाई, वो भी इतनी अजीब टाइप की फिशिंग। लाइक ब्रो डैमेज तो आ ही जाता है, जो और डैमेज करना है यार, थोड़ा अच्छी से स्टार्ट सुनने मज़ा आ जाए। यहाँ पे सही टेम्परेचर है, 30 सही है, वाह बढ़िया भाई। यहाँ तो बहुत गुंडाला है। गर्मी की गर्मी हो गई है, पसीना आ रहा है, पंखा ये वो आज कल बस लॉगिन करके बंद कर देता हूँ, टेंशन कुछ नहीं है करने। एग्जैक्टली भाई, सेम सेम। ऐसा नहीं कि एक्सप्लोरेशन ये सब नहीं है बट आजकल गेंशिन में ये सब करने का मन नहीं करता। दैट्स द थिंग, लाइक देयर इज थिंग्स यू कैन एक्सप्लोर एंड डू स्टफ, बट प्रीवो जब दैट लाइक टू मच और मुझ पे आ जाता है, सो इज लाइक व्हाटएवर इज फाइन। बस स्पैम करने आज पूरा इवेंट कर देंगे। हाँ मैं भी वही सोचूँ कि आज ट्राई करके जितना हो सके इवेंट कंप्लीट कर देता हूँ, बहुत सही रहेगा, नहीं तो फिर बात के लिए बच जाएगा एंड फिर लास्ट मोमेंट के अंदर में बहुत पैनिक होता है। तो इट्स बेटर कि मैं अभी ही कर दूँ थोड़ा। भाई कोई लोग हैं जो अभी भी घंटे घंटे खेल लेते हैं गेंशिन। आई मीन आई वांट कंप्लेन, भाई अच्छी गेम है, लाइक तुम खेल सकते हो बट आओ मैं 4 4 गाचा गेम खेल रहा हूँ, चारों में मेरा इवेंट करने का मन नहीं करता भाई। 3 4 गेम आई लाइक ब्रो, व्हाई डू दे इवन मेक सच बोरिंग इवेंट्स। लाइक कुछ इंटरेस्टिंग सा हो, लाइक कुछ फन सा तो मज़ा आए, बट मोस्ट ऑफ देम आर लाइक राइट नाउ इज लाइक रियली बोरिंग। ठीक है, लैंटर्न राइडर्स थोड़ा फन, बट उसके अलावा अभी क्या ज़्यादा कुछ ऐसा फन इवेंट आया ही नहीं। मर गए कितना। एक अच्छी चीज़ नहीं मिलती, आर्टिफैक्ट डोमेन से भाई एक अच्छी चीज़ नहीं मिलती। क्या करूँ इनका, क्या इनोवेटिव लोन पे दे सकता हूँ मे बी, क्या करूँ इनका, लाइक ट्रैश कहना होता हूँ। 5G बहुत मिस कर रहा हूँ। अरे भाई 5G तो अनलिमिटेड भी रहता है। एक अगर तुम्हें 5G चाहिए तो भाई एयरटेल जियो की कवरेज अच्छी है, बाकी कंपनी की इतनी अच्छी नहीं है। कुछ कंपनी की तो 5G अभी सेटअप ही नहीं है भाई। लाइक जियो एयरटेल बहुत आगे इन सब में, लाइक तभी वो मतलब मोनोपोली में थोड़ा सा पैसा कमा भी रहे। आइडिया वोडा ये सब सही थे, इस बार थोड़ा ज़्यादा डिफिकल्ट है। फ्री टू टावर इवन सही था, आई मीन मैं बोल सकता हूँ बट मैं तो भाई इमेजिन थिएटर का बहुत गुस्सा आता है। क्या थिएटर बनाया है भाई, लाइक खेलने का मन नहीं कर रहा है। इतना अजीब सा, इतना वियर्ड, इतना अनोइंग, लाइक ऐसा इसी बना सकते हो भाई, ऐसे इसी बना सकते हो भाई थिएटर को। सो फकिंग अनोइंग। करने तो बना देते हैं एटलीस्ट, लाइक इतने। हाँ आई थिंक डेली तो हो ही जाएंगी, तो इवेंट भी करना है तो इवेंट से भी डेली हो जाती हैं, बट इट्स नॉट अबाउट द डेली हो। हाँ एक सेकेंड, मेरे पे क्रिस्टल साइज खत्म हो गई अगेन यार। हर दिन एक क्रिस्टल स्लाइस जमा करने जाना पड़ता है। यहाँ पे भी ऐसे का कब्जा है। इजी था थिएटर ले व्हाट रियली, मेरे को काफी तो स्ट्रगल हुआ। लाइक स्ट्रगल इसलिए हुआ बिकॉज़ लाइक मेरे पे इलेक्ट्रो है, लाइक इलेक्ट्रो में कोई खास ऐसा डीपीएस नहीं है। सेम विद हाइड्रो, हाइड्रो में ऐसा कोई डीपीएस नहीं है। किरायों में है गान्यू, बट लाइक गान्यू कितना ही कैरी कर लेगी। इलेक्ट्रो में रेडन है बट रेडन वांट डूइंग मच, तो थोड़ा बहुत मैनेज करके करा मैंने, हो गया। इट वाज लाइक नॉट पॉसिबल, ऐसा नहीं था। बट यार थोड़ा सा अनोइंग था, थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्ट था, थोड़ा रीस्टार्ट लगा, थोड़ा प्लानिंग लगी, थोड़ा बार बार करना पड़ा। बट क्या इट वाज डूएबल। यार तो संडे है, बाकी लोग कहाँ रह गए? बाइक ले घूम रही है। चलो हो गया। नहीं सो अभी लेंगे ये। भाई मेरे पास पॉइंट्स ही नहीं, मैं लिख रहा हूँ लोगों पे 200 300 500 900 9000 पता नहीं कितने कितने पॉइंट्स हैं वाले, मेरे पे हैं ही नहीं। मैं क्या क्या गलत कर रहा हूँ भाई? मैं गेंशिन में जब मेरे पास चीज़ें कलेक्ट नहीं हो रही। आई मीन ऑफ कोर्स आई एम नॉट डूइंग दैट एक्सप्लोरेशन, बट इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि मैं बिल्कुल नहीं कर रहा। मेरा तो टॉप 1% है। व्हाट द हेल यू नॉट डैम भाई, बढ़िया। विल हैज द लॉन्गेस्ट टिल गेंशिन, डैम भाई, बाप रे गजब। इफ 45 आई मीन ठीक है चलो 45 हुआ। चलिए फिशिंग इवेंट देखते हैं क्या है भाई। मैंने देखा है यार बहुत लोगों को करते हुए, लाइक तुमको 1 मिनट तक 2 मिनट तक बस ऐसे बस स्पैम करना है। वो नेट थिंग इज लाइक सो फकिंग बोरिंग भाई। लाइक 1 मिनट तक तुम बस नेट स्पैम करोगे। वो लाइक ब्रो व्हाट द फक इज दिस? मेरे पास है बहुत सारे पॉइंट अभी तक, बट डैम भाई नाइस। बाइक निकालूंगा इसकी, चलो भाई बाइक निकालता हूँ। श्यूं 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 स्लोन निकाल देते हैं। श्यूं 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 श्यूं। चल के भी याद आता तो भी ज़्यादा टाइम ऐसा लगता नहीं। नेटलन के बाद दी स्टफ इज लाइक नॉट रियली गुड, बट ठीक है वी कैन, ठीक है फाइन ऑलराइट। व्हाट इज दिस? ऑल्सो प्रेजेंटेशन डाउन है लेकिन पकड़ लिया जो देंगे। व्हाट द हेल? क्या भाई? गुड लक भाई, गुड लक फॉर प्रेजेंटेशन जिसने किया तुम्हारे और तुम्हारे दोस्तों की। बढ़िया ही क्या है? देखो गेम देखो भाई, पीछे वो खुल गया, यहाँ आगे चल रहा है। चलो भाई फिशिंग करेंगे भाई, नहीं करने क्या। सेनपाई जॉब प्रोफाइल क्या है नहीं बताते, पीवीआर बनाने दिया था जहाँ पीपीडी नहीं बताएंगे, नहीं बताएंगे। ओ भाई 250 पॉइंट कैसे करना है इवेंट? करना कैसे है? अरे यार ये कोऑप में क्यों है? कोऑप इवेंट, आई हेट कोऑप इवेंट्स भाई, आई हेट कोऑप इवेंट्स। बाप रे, 2 व्यूज हैं, 2 3 लोग ही आए स्ट्रीम पे। कहाँ हैं आज सारे के सारे? आ गया स्ट्रीमलास्ट तो आ गया, बट बाकी लोग कहाँ हैं भाई? इतना इतना डेड कैसे हो सकते हैं सब लोग? ठीक है ना ले देंगे। बट ठीक है स्टार्ट तो करो। आई हैव नो आइडिया भाई, आई हैव नो आइडिया हाउ टू डू इट। तो घंटे पर स्टार्ट भाई सिंगल प्लेयर कर लेते। भाई मतलब क्या चाहिए इन लोगों को भाई? क्या ही चाहिए भाई? हाँ वाह, अपने पे तो आई नहीं। मेरे को क्यों नहीं आ रही भाई पकड़ में? मेरे को क्यों नहीं आ रही पकड़ में? क्या गलत पकड़ रहा हूँ? मच्छी नहीं पकड़ रहा मैं, मच्छा पकड़ रहा हूँ, क्या है भाई ये? रुको एक मिनट चैट पढ़ता हूँ पहले, ये इनको इसको सबक सिखाऊं। मेरे पॉइंट्स भाई 7,000 पे एक बंदा, 7,000 पे कैसे हो सकता है? ये अच्छा है, दिस इज नाइस। मैं लास्ट में कैसे हूँ भाई? मच्छी ही तो है। इतना गंदा लग कैसा है मेरा? क्या ही नहीं रही। व्हाट द फक भाई, आजा भाई। भाई अभी भी नहीं भाई, मेरे पे आई ही नहीं भाई। ऐसे ही नहीं है भाई, क्या क्या? व्हाट द फक भाई, क्या गेम है? लक पे है ना कि स्किल इशू, डैम 11 बना रखा है इवेंट आरएनजी इवेंट गेंशिन। आई जस्ट स्पैम और ताफिक से ज्यादा ही बिल्ड करूंगा। वाह मैं तो ओह नाइस। भाई इतना सर भाई लाइक हाँ, why do they have to make such stupid event जिसमें सिर्फ रैंडमली पिक कर सकते हो? इतनी इतनी अच्छी तरीके से मैंने ट्रैक करा था, बाकी लोग को मिल रही है मछलियां, मेरे बदले की भी बाकी लोग को दे रहे हैं क्या? लाइक ब्रो व्हाट द फक भाई। दोबारा करेंगे यार। अच्छा तो मैं कोऑप में तुम लोग को बुला लेता हूँ, तुम लोग को बुला के कर लेता हूँ, बेटर रहेगा। अभी तो पहले भी आए हैं कोऑप इवेंट अजीब से बेकार से, हर टाइप के। इतना कंफ्यूजिंग इतना अनोइंग तो नहीं था भाई, सबकी अपनी अपनी चीजें थी, बट लाइक दिस इज स्टूपिड, दिस इज क्रेजी भाई। लग तो नहीं है भाई, लकी शुरू। ये कहाँ मिलती है ये मछली भाई? मछली पकड़ना मुश्किल नहीं है उसमें, लाइक कोई ऐसा करेक्टर नहीं है जो अच्छे से मछली पकड़ सके। मच्छी वाला करेक्टर कहाँ है? मच्छी वाला मच्छी वाला करेक्टर मिल गया गाइस, मच्छी वाला करेक्टर मिल गया, मच्छी वाला करेक्टर मिल गया। नो भाई बट थोमा का पैसे टबल का इनजुमा में नहीं है, बट स्टिल सब अच्छी तो। भाई आते किसी ने वो पकड़ लिया भाई मच्छी स्पेशल वाली। पैसे खत्म हो जाते हैं नहीं तो। अभी भी नहीं आ रही भाई, मेरे पैसे खत्म कर दिए तूने। देख कोई और ले गया। इतना लक पेश क्यों है भाई? भाग ही नहीं सकता मैं। कॉइन ही नहीं है भाई, कॉइन ही नहीं है भाई। भाई आई नहीं रही पकड़ वो भाई। ये चमक क्यों रहा है? एक वाला चमक क्यों रहा है? भाई उस बंदे के इतने सारा क्यों है पॉइंट? भाई मेरे को क्यों नहीं पकड़ में आती है मछलियाँ? आधी ज्यादा फेल होती हैं इसमें। हेलो प्राइम टीम क्या हालचाल? बड़े लोग हैं। फूड डिलीवरी इवेंट दैट यू कैन इवन टच जस्ट मैम रील। आई नो भाई, क्या है ये स्टूपिडिटी? लाइक ब्रो व्हाई व्हाई डू हैव टू डू दिस ऑफ ऑल द थिंग्स? लाइक डूड, इससे बेटर इवेंट नहीं मिला इनको बनाने के लिए? चल रहा है यार, ये अनोइंग सा इवेंट कर रहा हूँ। लाइक ब्रो गाइस, लाइक नहीं हुआ अभी तक। व्हाट इज दिस? 0 लाइक्स, 3 व्यूअर्स। लाइक 3 नहीं है, ये ज्यादा है, लाइक आए लोग चले गए। जो भी कर लो यार, फटाफट जाओ स्ट्रीम लाइक करो, डू द मैंडेटरी स्टफ। वैसे ही यूट्यूब मेरी स्ट्रीम को रेकमेंड नहीं करता। ग्लोइंग फिश विल गिव यू बफ लाइक 4x इफ यू फिश विल भाई भाई सो अनोइंग। ओ क्या करो इसका? इतनी सारी मच्छी का क्या करो? इतनी सारी मच्छी का ब्रो। फ्रेंड रिकॉर्ड। ये लोग 28 तारीख क्या हो रहा है ब्रो? व्हाट इज दिस? व्हाट लाइक ब्रो भाई हाय हाय नहीं सैंपल कुन बट नेट नहीं है। व्हाट फिशिंग ने आई भाई ये क्या? हाँ आई नो भाई, पता नहीं क्या इवेंट है, बट कर लेते हैं। सबसे लास्ट मोमेंट पे स्पैम करने से तो बेटर है। ह्यूज नेट चाहिए। अबे ह्यूज नेट कहाँ से लाऊं? मास्टर टियर, बिगिनर टियर, स्मॉल स्मॉल में आती हैं। मुझे सबसे बड़ी मछली पे फोकस करना है, और सबसे बड़ी मछली लार्ज नेट में आएगी, और सबसे महंगी भी लार्ज नेट। क्या लाइक ब्रो नहीं करना है मुझे भाई। देख रहा है आधे से ज्यादा कोरियन चाइनीज, भैंस की आँख चाहिए ही नहीं मुझे। कोरियन चाइनीज लोग ये चलेगा। चलो आई थिंक थोड़ा बहुत नेट चेंज करना होता है फिश के साइज के हिसाब से। हाँ कर रहा हूँ भाई, बट स्टिल गेम इतना घटिया क्यों? आई नो राइट लाइक भाई टेल मी अबाउट इट भाई, टेल मी अबाउट इट। अली के लिए आर्टिफैक्ट की नहीं सेम भाई। मुझे मावी का मेरी मावी का इतने मिड है, तो मान लिया कि वो मिलियन हिट कर लेती है, बट शी स्टिल सो फकिंग मिड भाई। एक्सपोज हो गया। आई नो भाई, हो तो गया है भाई। सारे जापानीज का था आगे, स्टार्टिंग में तो नहीं थे। व्हाट द फक भाई। फेल ही फेल होगा भाई, आने ही नहीं वाली है। क्या बात है? मेरे पे नहीं आएगी भाई, मुझे पता है मेरे पे नहीं आएगी, बस पता था। आजा। ओ भाई चल वो ये क्या था? पट 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 पट। भाई देख, इतनी इतनी इतने के बाद भी नहीं आ रहा भाई। लग देख रहे हो मेरा? लग देख रहे हो मेरा कितना गंदा है? इतने के बाद भी नहीं अच्छा आ रही है मछली भाई। अब तो आजा पकड़ में, एक बार तो आजा। नहीं आई नहीं आई नहीं आई भाई, और नहीं आई भाई। मतलब कुछ गया ही नहीं कि बस बर्निंग वाला सेट दे रखा है। हाँ बर्निंग वाला है। लो पारा क्या रेसेस बन रहे हो कोरियनों के साथ? आई मीन बनना पड़ता है यार, क्या ही करें। इट इज व्हाट इट इज, स्किल इशू। आज जीतेंगे कल जीतेंगे उम्मीद रोज आते हैं। दुख दर्द भाई, दुख दर्द। दुख दर्द तो बहुत है मेरी जिंदगी में, तो स्पेशली है भाई। पीठ दर्द, पैर दर्द, सर दर्द, गेंशिन का दर्द, बहुत दर्द भाई। इतना दुख, इतना दर्द, इतना दुख, इतना दर्द ना मिला एक। अरे भाई क्या ये, व्हाट इज दिस ब्रो? कितना होगा? मैं पैच खत्म होते होते 56 57 के तो कर ही लूंगा। 60 तो नहीं हो पाएगा। 7000 प्रीमियम से तो लॉट 3000 तो मैं और कर पाऊंगा आई थिंक। लगता है 3000 प्रीमियम समा हो सकते हैं। लाइक 56 तो कर दूंगा पैच खत्म होते होते। इतने लाल लाल क्यों चमकते हैं? वो पता है मेरे पे ये भी है, मेरे पे ये दोनों वेपन भी हैं मेरे पे, जैसे राइजली नहीं है। इफ आई गेट राइजली आई कैन बिल्ड अप, बट लाइक who केयर अबाउट राइजली भाई, वो केयर अबाउट राइजली। लिटरली हैव हिज वेपन लेवल 1। लाइक मैं लास्ट टाइम भी आई थिंक किसके लिए फुल कर रहा था, फरीदा के लिए। लास्ट टाइम किसके लिए फुल कर रहा था जो मेरा ये आया था? हाँ हाँ लास्ट टाइम मैं एलजी नहीं एक्वा एक्वा एलजी किसी एक वेपन के लिए तो कर रहा था, और फिर मेरा ये आ गया था ना, लाइक ब्रो व्हाट द फक। तो फिर ये पड़ा हुआ है तब से। इट इज व्हाट इट इज, क्या ही कर सकते हैं। बढ़िया इन्हें का सही है। बस स्किल इशू भाई, स्किल क्या है भाई, स्किल इशू। ये लाइक मेरे को इन दोनों के ऊपर लेवल अप करने का मन ही नहीं कर रहा, और डैमेज ये देते नहीं, और अगर बढ़ा भी दूंगा तो भी क्या ही हो जाएगा जो लाइक 80 लेवल पे नहीं हो रहा। मवी का क्या मैंने कर लिया, मवी क्या देखना बट लाइक आर्टिफैक्ट बेकार है यार। अच्छा आर्टिफैक्ट ही नहीं मिलते, क्या ही बोलूं भाई, गंदी गेम। ओह दिस कुड बी गुड अगर इसमें ईएम रेज हो गया और लाइक अटैक या ईएम पे ही रेज हुआ ये तो। रिट्रेट इज फाइन इफ इट रोल्स ऑन अटैक एंड अटैक ओनली। एक रिट्रेट चलता है, आई डोंट माइंड वन रिट्रेट, बट बाकी सारा अटैक में जाना चाहिए। ठीक है सिर्फ अटैक। एनर्जी तो चाहिए ही नहीं भाई, एनर्जी चाहिए ही नहीं, सिर्फ अटैक। What the fuck? मिजुकी की वेपन निकाला गया नहीं, क्यों? Why? What the fuck? नहीं चाहिए मुझे मिजुकी का वेपन, वेरी गे वेपन भाई। ये है अमीन पेट्रोल तो नहीं, मतलब मैंने रेस कर रखा था उसको एक बार। डूड लाइक अगर इसमें ईएम क्रिट रेट आया, क्या ही है ये, तो ये मुलानी को दे पाऊंगा अगर एक अच्छा रोल हो गया तो मुलानी पे चल जाएगा, बट दैट्स इट। नो व्हाट क्रिट रेट एचपी मुलानी के लिए डोंट माइंड। ये खराब है, डिफेंस तो नहीं जाना चाहिए भाई। क्रिट रेट लाइक इतना क्रिट रेट नहीं चाहिए मुलानी को, 16 एचपी ये दे रखा है, ज्यादा बेटर है। क्रिट रेट उस पर वैसे ही बहुत ज्यादा है। ये ट्रैश किन ट्रैश। इसके लिए मैंने बस ईएम के लिए दे रखा है, इससे बेटर है ही नहीं, है ही नहीं कुछ, है ही नहीं अच्छा कुछ। ये दे दूंगा भी तो क्या ही हो जाएगा, अटैक कर लिया आ जाएगा, बट ईएम इज नाइस। लाइक ब्रो व्हाट रॉन्ग विद दिस गेम, कुछ अच्छा ही नहीं देती मुझे गेम कभी। लाइक डूड लाइक व्हाट द फक, आई डोंट नो, आई डोंट लाइक इट भाई। नहीं कर लिया फ्लावर भाई, फ्लावर फेदर तक नहीं मिल रहे मुझे अच्छे, और क्या ही उम्मीद करूं। इसमें भी अगर यार ईएम नहीं आया तो, बट यार नहीं चाहिए मुझे इतनी। अटैक चलेगा बट सीडी देख भाई, 10 यार का क्या करूं मैं। 14 सीआर भाई, 14 सीआर भाई, लाइक क्या व्हाट द फक भाई। नहीं चाहिए नहीं चाहिए। ओ ये मुलाने को दे सकता हो अगर अच्छा रोल हुआ तो, बट इसमें ईएम है। बट इफ इट रोल एचपी ठीक ठाक है भाई, नॉट या नहीं चाहिए भाई क्या तो। ओ दिस कुड बी गुड अगर इसमें क्रिट डैमेज आ गया तो। नहीं आया नहीं आया नहीं आया। सबसेट भी तो अच्छे होने चाहिए भाई, एक पीसेस में क्रिट डैमेज है बट बाकी सबसेट एकदम टट्टी से हैं। और मिलाने के लिए मुझे नहीं चाहिए, मिलानी इज ऑलरेडी बिल्ड। मुझे मावी के लिए एक सीडी ईएम या अटैक के साथ एक अच्छा पीस मिल जाए यार अच्छी वेपन। सुक्रोस के लिए, सुक्रोस के लिए भाई सैक्रिफिशियल इज गुड, सुक्रोस के लिए टीटीडीएस इज गुड। वो उस वेपन से मैं एक्स्ट्रा सोल करके क्या करूँगा, मैं अपने डीपीएस को बफ करूँगा तो ज़्यादा बेटर है। और वो डीपीएस बनाने के लिए भी वेपन अच्छा नहीं है सुक्रोस को, तो भाई आई वुड से नो नो। इट इज गुड बट इट इज नॉट एज गुड कि भाई उसको निकालो। पायरो तो ये मैं निकाल लेता हूँ, ये पायरो है ऑन दैट वाला एक ठीक ठाक है, बहुत भी नहीं है, मतलब बहुत मिड बिल्ड है भाई। दिख रही है तो अच्छी है, बट कुछ भी मोर, कुछ भी मत बेटर भाई, बहुत मिड है मेरी बिल्ड अभी। लाइक माओई का गेम बहुत ज़्यादा सेक्सी हो सकता है, बट नहीं गेम लाइक नहीं करेंगे गाइस। एक लाइक कम ऑन गाइस, एटलीस्ट लाइक तो कर दो, बाकी लोग भी ब्रो लाइक ब्रो ना 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 ना, जब चाहिए तब मिलता नहीं। हाँ ऐसे ही है भाई, देख मेरे सुक्रोस पे मैंने सैक्रिफिशियल दे रखा है, टीटीडीएस दे देता हूँ, चलता है। लाइक गुड इनफ विद दोस वेपन। अगर डीपीएस बनाना होगा, नहीं तो ये भी है, ये भी बहुत अच्छा वेपन है भाई, इससे बहुत अच्छी खासी ये मिल जाती है, बफिंग भी करती है। लाइक 1 ऑप्शन 2 ऑप्शन टीटीडीएस फ्री ऑप्शन, एंड आई स्टिल हैव लाइक दिस ऑप्शन फॉर डीपीएस। लाइक आराम से 2 ई तो मार लेती है सुक्रोस, 2 ई के साथ कागुरा इज वेरी गुड। ठीक है, तो लाइक नॉट रियली नीड कि और कोई दूसरा वेपन आए, लाइक नहीं चाहिए मुझे दूसरा वेपन। लाइक कम ऑन, म्यूजिक भी हरसेल्फ इज नॉट गुड, उसका वेपन क्या ही कर लेगा, कुछ ढंग का नहीं है भाई। इवन इससे पहले क्या था, इसमें भी आई थिंक मेरे पीटी तो नहीं है, बट आई गेस अगर कुछ आ जाएगा स्टैंडर्ड से तो आई डोंट माइंड इट। लाइक ज़्यादा नहीं है, वो है देखती, हाँ अबाउट लाइक 50 इश की पिटी है, और 50 में मैं क्या ही एक्सपेक्ट कर सकता हूँ, लाइक लिजिट क्या ही एक्सपेक्ट कर सकता हूँ। ये था गेंशिन भाई, लिटरली 29 मिनट हुए स्ट्रीम करते हुए, एंड वी हैव नथिंग टू डू, और बिकॉज ये मेरे को करने का और मन है नहीं, वी हैव लाइक नथिंग टू डू। लाइक 29 मिनट में सब खत्म भाई, जब हम मोड भी कर लिए वाला कर लिया भाई, सब में फ्लैट आया भाई, देख लो भाई, फ्लैट। थोड़ा तो ट्राई करो भाई, थोड़ा तो ऊपर लाओ भाई। 23-24 T0 कैरेक्टर मेरे 23-24 तो आ ही गया। वे लोग कर रहे हैं मानता हूँ 25 फ्लोर, बट टेंशन भी लाइक उस दिन सीआर मांग रहा अरे भाई होता है, बट इस सेट में नहीं दो ना भाई, कोई ऐसे सेट में दो ना जिसमें सीआर यूजुअल हो, लाइक ब्रो लेजिट। मतलब मेरा लाइक कोई और कैरेक्टर भी अभी बिल्ड करने का मन कर नहीं रहा। ये बिल्ड है, ये बिल्ड है, ये बिल्ड है, ये भी बिल्ड है, ये भी बिल्ड है, ये भी मोस्टली बिल्ड ही है, ये भी है ही बिल्ड, ये भी बिल्ड है, तो कोई है ही नहीं जो बिल्ड ना हो। कचिंग इज लाइक मैं बट ठीक है, वो केयर्स अबाउट कचिंग। लो प्रोग्रेस, वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम, थैंक फॉर रनिंग इन, की हाल चाल। हार्ली का 1-2 पीस में इंप्रूव कर सकता हूँ, बट इतना ज़रूरी नहीं है, इतना नेसेसरी नहीं है भाई। मैं डियोना देखो 25,000 भाई, पहले डियोना पे पहले इससे ज़्यादा एचपी थी भाई। अच्छा इंस्ट्रक्टर है, ठीक है, फिर इंस्ट्रक्टर में 25,000 है, सोचो कितना गंदी, कितना गंदा बफ देती होगी भाई डियोना। बढ़िया एकदम तगड़ी वाली। क्योंकि पे ईएम क्योंकि बनाई है मैंने, बट लाइक आई नेवर यूज हाइपर ब्लूम भाई, आई नेवर फकिंग यूज हाइपर ब्लूम। तो यार देख फ्लैट है, इसको मैंने क्रिम्सन विच पकड़ा रखा है, सोचा था हुताओ को दे दूँ, और हुताओ का पहना गया था एवरीथिंग, बट देन फिर मैंने हुताओ नहीं निकाली कभी गेम को पागल बनाने में छोड़ूँ। टांगलिंग मेरी अच्छे, CR CD EM अटैक ER सब अच्छा है, हुताओ लाइक टांगलिंग थोड़ा और अगर स्टैट्स बेटर मिल जाए ना मेरी हुत लाइक टांगलिंग को। ये भाई तेरा फाउंटेन वाला टावर अभी तक डूबा क्यों नहीं, एक्सप्लोर करा तू, डूबा क्यों नहीं है, डूबा क्यों नहीं, एक्सप्लोर नहीं किया क्या? यस आई डोंट नो भाई, मैं को नहीं करता मन, नहीं करता मन। स्टेशन के नाम पता नहीं, ये जो हुई है 198-90 अपने आप हुई है, मैंने करी नहीं है, मैंने ये भी नहीं करी, ये तो मैंने नाम के लिए बस छुआ है। लाइक सेम विद दिस, ये अपने आप 80 हो गई है, बट मैंने कुछ खास एक्सेलरेशन करी नहीं है, सिर्फ दे दे 50 है, 70 या 80 आधी अपने आप हो गई है, और आधी लाइक लाइक आई डोंट नो भाई, बस लाइक मूविंग अराउंड। मेरे पे तो एक दो श्राइन की कीज भी पड़ी, ये तक खोलने नहीं जा रहा मैं, बाकी चीज़ों में क्या ही करूँ। लाइक आलस आता है मुझे, बहुत ज़्यादा आलस आता है। मैंने सारे पायरोकुलस जमा कर लिया लो कि भाई चलो पायरोकुलस तो रखूंगा मैं सारे, तो लाइक 162 आए, 162 पे 162 सारे पायरोकुलस जमा कर लिए, एक नहीं छोड़ा मैंने। इसके अलावा नहीं, इसके अलावा आगे कुछ नहीं, बाकी बाकी तो सिर्फ पड़ा हुआ है। डोंट केयर अबाउट एनीथिंग। नाउ वी विल गेट बोर यार, भाई अब से भी बोर हो गया मैं। फाइटिंग, कैरेक्टर बिल्डिंग, रीजन नहीं होता कैरेक्टर बिल्डिंग के लिए, फाइटिंग के लिए कुछ और चीज़ नहीं होती। एसोलेशन कर सकते हो बट कभी मन नहीं करता। वो हुआ भी हो गया, तो हुआ की स्टोरी कर सकते हैं कि जिसमें कोई स्टोरी है इंटरेस्टिंग तो कर सकें। स्टोरीज तो बहुत होंगी, ये क्या है स्टोरी क्वेश्चन आता है नारी की, इसकी उसकी स्टोरी को और भी आ रखा है, वरना मैंने किसी की स्टोरी क्वेश्चन नहीं की अभी। इसकी भी नहीं की भाई, इसकी भी नहीं की, इसकी भी नहीं की, किसी की नहीं की भाई को भाई। आर्ली की बढ़िया भाई, सबके बढ़िया भाई, चोरी भाई ना भी आई लाइक कर लो हमारी क्वेश्चन, लोग बोल रहे कर लो भाई, कर लो कर लो, अगर वो नहीं नहीं करेंगे। यार सुमेरु से मैंने स्टोरी क्वेस्ट करना छोड़ दिया था भाई, कस्टम आर्टिवा बना इस मूवी के नहीं, ये नेक्स्ट बैच में करूंगा। नेक्स्ट बैच में उसका वफा रहा है ना कि दो तुम्हारे जो माइनर फ्लिक्सेस हैं उसमें जाएगा ही जाएगा, अगर तुम नेक्स्ट बैच से करोगे तो नेक्स्ट बैच में करेंगे, अभी नहीं। ये तो ठीक है ब्रो। इन लोग बाद में होगा, अली की कोशिश कर सकते हैं यार, अली को उसको मजा आएगा ना, तो अली कल चीज एक्सेप्ट करके आगे को देते हैं। फोकस मोड ऑन कर लेता है सपोज, फोकस मोड ऑन करके करेंगे। फोकस एक्सपीरियंस मोड इनेबल, मस्त। फिर आर्ली आर्ली पे फोकस। लेट्स गो गाइस, आर्ली की क्वेस्ट।
Hey, traveler, Paimon.
Oh, Paimon knows that boy.
Over here.
ये भाई
To borrow one of the more popular turns of phrase at the moment, this appears to be quite the fated reunion. Running into you two out of the blue like this has really made my day. I certainly wasn't expecting it.
You can say that again. What brings you to Poisson? Wait, Paimon's got it! You must be here for one of your magic shows, right?
मैजिक शो।
Actually, we've run into a bit of trouble on the home front, so Father arranged for us to stay in Poisson for the time being.
Oh, are Lynette and Fremine here?
Yep, along with most of the other members of the House of the Hearth. You may have noticed Poisson seems a bit more...
So you're saying nearly the entire organization has moved to Poisson? Sounds like you've run into way more than just a bit of trouble.
Since the two of you are so curious, perhaps I can fill in the gap.
You scared Paimon half to death!
Father, you're here.
You know... On second thought, maybe we don't need to know? It's all probably super confidential House of the Heart stuff, right?
No need to be nervous. I could sense your genuine concern from your conversation just... Of course. I can also understand your confusion. Sending so many Fatui here to Poisson, it's only natural that some might suspect an ulterior motive to be involved. I understand. I'm well aware you've had your fair share of confrontations with the Fatui in the past, and I can't exactly guarantee that we'll remain on good terms in the future. As for right now, however, I would say we have little reason to be at odds, wouldn't you agree? As for the issue at hand, well, it hardly relates to any ulterior motive. To be frank, it all stems from a certain rumor circulating around the House of the Hearth. It's an internal matter.
Yeah.
What sort of rumor?
A rumor that a certain phantom child is hiding away in the House of the Hearth.
A phantom child? Who?
A spirit that should have long ceased to exist is lurking in the so I decided to bring the children to Poisson before continuing to investigate the situation. I expect I should be able to track down the spirit fairly quickly. After that, it's just a matter of resolving the situation, if you will. If you're curious, or if you still have some concerns, it might be advisable to stick around for a few days. I'm sure the children would be exceedingly pleased to welcome some visitors. Lenny, I'll leave you to entertain our guests. I have some matters to attend.
Of course, Father.
Yeah, damn, that's nice.
It has long been a dream of mine to invite you to our home, and you're quite well known in the organization already. If you're willing, why don't you stay a while?
Alright. We don't have anything else to do right now anyway.
Yeah,
But let's
yeah.
be clear, we're just gonna be there as guests, okay? Don't get any funny... Oh, wait a second. For your guests, that probably means we'll be treated to lots of yummy food, right?
Of course.
The hell?
During our stay in Poisson, we've been helping out the locals with some fishing. We bring in
अबे ये तो खाने की सोच रहे
every
हैं
day. In fact, today is the perfect chance for me to show you what I can do in the kitchen. Let's go. I'll take you to where we're staying. We rented this house from one of the locals to use as a temporary base. I'll come back later and tidy up a bit. After that, it should be all ready for you to stay in tonight.
Awesome, thanks! So, where are we off to now?
Well, when I happened to run into you two earlier, I was actually in the middle of distributing some supplies. With this many people staying in Poisson, we have to bring in outside supplies every now and then. I should probably make sure the rest of these provisions get delivered, otherwise people might start to get antsy.
Okay, we'll come with. There are all sorts of rumors about your organization floating around out there. Paimon's not sure if she could even take a wild guess as to what's true and what's not. But now that we finally have the chance to see a day in the life of the house, we can take a good look at how you operate.
Well, you're more than welcome to come along. Just follow me.
Yeah, let's see.
Try and stop me!
Linny, we're finally here. The supplies. I'm assuming you've...
Brought them with me? Yep, here you go. Hello? Something caught your eye?
It's the Traveler and Paimon!
No way! Come here, everyone! Hurry! The Traveler and Paimon are here!
Yo भाई damn man.
One at a time, please. Don't crowd around them all at once. We don't want to scare off our—
Oh, it's alright! Gotta say, Paimon didn't realize we were this famous. Of course! Father and Linny have told us so much about you.
Father told us about how you helped Linny. According to her, you're a trustworthy friend. And as far as she's concerned, that's pretty much the highest compliment we've ever heard her give. As you can imagine, everyone's been very curious about you.
I heard the Traveler is so strong that she can move a mountain with her bare hands. I heard Paimon eats so much that she can clean out the entire pantry at Hotel Tabor in just 3 days. Wait a second! That's the rumor you heard about Paimon? Oh, not cool at all! Oh, wait!
वीकली वॉच कैसे अनलॉक हुआ? वीकली? अरे तुम रैंडमली कर सकते हो ना, तुम सारे वीकली कर सकते हो.
Something like that. Besides, we don't have anything to give to you. Come on, we insist. I can give you some of my new potions. Just pick your poison. And by that, I mean medicine or actual poison. I've got both. Huh? Or maybe Shaplo can teach you guys about stealth. He's super good at it. He's never been caught.
Ah, now that's not a bad idea.
सही है.
Prefer to fight head on.
तुम लाइक रैंडमली चैलेंज कर सकते हो, उसमें कुछ स्पेसिफिक चीज नहीं है कि तुमको करना ही करना है.
Eliminating your enemies. Staying quiet can go a long way. Trust me, I would know. I was poisoned not too long ago, and I'm still dealing with the after effects. So I'm not quite as good as I was before, but I can still give you some pointers.
Wait. When you said gifts, I didn't think you meant. But those are the best things we can give you. Ooh, how about this? Tell me the name of someone who really annoys you.
All right, Fold, Selwar. I think that's
मैं
enough
सोल्ड
suggestions
गेंशिन.
for now.
हाँ बट ठीक
When
है.
it comes to being a good host, it's the thought that counts. You don't need a physical gift to make our guests happy. In fact, pestering them with suggestion after suggestion might make them more annoyed than anything. I would say your enthusiasm has certainly gotten across.
Really? Awesome! It's been so long since we've had guests to play with. If there's anything you need, just let us know. Yeah, especially if it's poison or something. I've got all sorts of potions for that.
Well, we'll talk to you all later. We've still got supplies to distribute.
All right, see you later.
Bye! Lenny, about all that poison and stuff tactics talk.
ये सही है.
Scared you, did it? That kind of talk comes with being part of the House of the Hearth. When Foltz was really young, he strangled all of his family pets. Just out of curiosity. He was labeled a dangerous problem child and was abandoned by his family. Elwar has an unnatural obsession with potions. Father has forbidden her from trying all the different concoctions she comes up with, but she still tries to test them in secret. You really have to keep an eye on that.
Okay.
Chaplot is around my age. While I'm mainly responsible for collecting intelligence, he handles surveillance. I know you two probably aren't used to that kind of talk, but I can promise you they only had the best of intentions. Things like stealth tactics and developing different poisons, they really mean a lot to them.
Yeah, bhai, that's kind of scary and like, but different and like, guy.
Filio, supplies are here.
Thanks. And who are these two?
Allow me to introduce you. This is the Traveler and Paimon.
Oh, you're the famous duo I've been here. It's nice to meet you. I heard you've traveled to...
Of course! We're making our way all across to that!
Oh,
You must be pretty familiar with Fontaine by now, then. have you seen the new opera that started running?
Oh, this is the first we've heard of it.
It seems like it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
From what I've been able to tell from the posters, anyway. You should definitely check it out if you have the time.
Oh, and there's The Blind Maiden, too. That one is supposed to have audience interaction. Seems pretty interesting.
Yeah.
After this mission is over, I think I'll go get a manicure.
Oh, maybe I should dye my hair. Wonder how much it'll cost.
Is it just Paimon, or do these two seem much...
I heard that.
Oh!
I'm guessing you're referring to Foltz and the others. Yeah, we're definitely not all like them.
Yeah.
But those crazies are practically foaming at the mouth right now. I'm sure they just can't wait to get back to Snezhnaya to carry out the plan.
That's enough, Filial.
Don't talk about family members behind their back, right?
Okay.
Guess this is goodbye then. If you ever have some time, we should go see the opera together.
Well, that's it for the supplies. We should probably head back as well.
Well, they didn't seem too happy with each other. Seems like there could be something more going on here. You're right. We're only here as guests after all. Oh, Linny's getting super far ahead.
So, what do you think of the members you've met so... Well, Father is always encouraging us to be strong-willed and independent. So if there's one thing we've got, it's people who aren't afraid to speak their mind. Well, I should probably get cooking. Wanna join?
Of course!
Then let's head out and... Uh-huh? Fremine, what are you doing here?
Well...
Yeah.
Hey, nice to see you again!
Oh, you too.
Traveler does everything apart from finding your brother. Why?
Welcome.
We were just going to make some food. Why don't you come along? I could use some help in the kitchen, and I seem to remember you mentioning you wanted to make seafood soup for the traveler in Pi-
Seafood soup?
Were you looking for something just now, Fremine?
It's nothing.
Yeah, we've got some left over.
Some food and water. And some clean cloth.
No problem. Give me a second here. Food, water, wait a minute. What do you need all of those for? You're not on any missions as far as I
thought I'd grab an extra
Fremine, you remember what I told you? You're not like me. Your lying skills still need some work. Tell me what's going on. Is it...
Maybe it'll...
This is the first time I've seen that kind of...
Just...
Hardly ये story कम बाकी लोगों की story ज़्यादा लगी थी लेकिन bro what the fuck why are we doing this hard thing जो भी है आपको पीछे जाना है Who is this?
You're back! Oh, and you've brought some friends with you!
Hello, my name's Linny. I grew up in the House of the Hearth. And you are?
Hi, Linny. I'm also a child of the House of the Hearth. Just like you.
Isn't she the...
You can call me Clairvy.
Clairvy?
It's nice to meet you. Does that name ring any bells, Linny?
No.
Now it's getting interesting.
That's not a name we have on our roster, I'm sure of it. What I'm not sure of, though, is how she managed to sneak in. She must be the phantom child Father's been searching for. From the looks of it, I'm guessing you were the one that found her, Fremine. You, haven't...
No, I haven't told anyone. I've just been keeping her hidden.
For how long?
About...
So ever since we got to Poisson then?
Spoiler
You
shit.
have any
What the
idea what you're
fuck?
doing?
I know what
Bro,
I'm
don't
doing.
spoil.
Really? Because from where I'm standing, it looks like you're hiding the very person Father has been trying to find. If you know the rules of the house, Fremine. I know you do. Father doesn't tolerate any form of betrayal.
I've thought it through. And I just can't hand her over like that. Linny, don't you remember last year? Sheplo nearly died after getting poisoned during that one mission. He wasn't able to get back before the poison started taking effect. And not that night, while I was sleeping, I heard a voice telling me to go save him. I opened that feeling of being haunted, of hearing voices.
So what you're saying is, that was her?
Unless there are other spirits roaming around the House of the Hearth, I don't think... If Clairvy were our enemy, it wouldn't matter whether she was a spirit or an actual child. I would have acted without a second thought, because that's what... But she's been living with us, helping us from the shadows all this time.
Oh, that's
I
nice.
think that makes her family. I couldn't just hand her over to be dealt with. Not when there's so much we still don't know.
So what's your plan then?
Yeah,
You
बढ़िया.
can't keep her here
Yeah,
forever.
बढ़िया.
Someone
कर
is
लूंगा भाई, आराम से कर लेंगे, हो जाए.
I haven't thought that far yet.
Okay.
I don't want to disobey an order from Father, but I also don't want to put Clairvy in danger.
Come with me. There are a couple things I'd like to say to you in private.
What? No, पढ़ना ही नहीं है. मैं कहा पढ़ना ही नहीं, पढ़ना ही नहीं है.
Those two sure care a lot about each other. Well, they got a funny way of showing it. From where Paimon was floating, it sure seemed like they were about to bite each other's heads off. No way. They have a really deep bond. I could tell right away, because I also have a friend like that. I just don't know how long that kind of bond can last. The darkness in the house runs deeper than you can.
I'm sorry, Linny. I really didn't mean to drag anyone.
Oh really? You didn't mean to? Cause I for one...
Huh?
You know, when we were younger, you didn't call me Linny. You called me... We grew up together, the three of us. We were all orphans, all
Yeah.
on when you started calling me Linny. I wasn't actually surprised. After all, Lynette and I are related by blood. We've had to depend on each other to survive long before we joined the house.
Yeah.
Linny,
The darkest and most difficult moments of my life happened before you and I had ever met. I'm sure that's true for you as well. Even so, Fremine, we've stood by each other for all. You and Lynette are the most important people in my life. No one can replace you.
Oh, looks like things are getting kinda heated between Linny and Fremine. Oh, it's raining. I should put my clothes away.
गायब हो गई. What the fuck? गायब क्यों हो गई?
Hey, you two! Hope we aren't interrupting anything. Like a fight, or... Oh, wait a minute, Fremine. You're not crying, are you? Well, we're all friends here, right? We've been through so much together.
It's just a small family dispute. It's not something our guests should trouble themselves with.
What are you getting at,
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior. And any disputes are less like... Just...
Yeah.
Thank you. I was really hoping to keep you out of it. But even if I could think of some other reason to turn you away, I'm not sure I could...
Me too.
Well, back to the matter at hand then. If we don't plan on handing Clairvy over to Father, then our only other option is to solve the mystery of her identity before Father is... That means finding out where she came from and what she's doing here. Then, we can send her on her merry way and pretend like none of this ever...
I've tried that already.
And?
And... nothing. She even came with us all the way to Poisson. It seems like wherever the house is, she follows.
I don't know much about spirits.
Let's see here. Oh, is here. Oh, it's just that Paimon doesn't really remember where she heard that, so...
Well, sounds like it's worth a shot.
Yeah.
Guess that means we should go ask her about her wish. But first, Fremine.
जिसने तो stream like नहीं है फटाफट जाना stream like जरूर कर देना.
What is it?
I need you to promise me that this will stay between the two of us. We're the masterminds behind this whole thing. No one else gets involved. Can you do that for me?
Of course. I promise.
All right. Then let's seal the promise just like when we were kids. Fist bump on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I swear.
What the fuck? ये कहाँ से आ गई? She. Road.
Whoa!
Lynette!
But what a surprise! What brings you here, dear sister? And, when exactly did you get here?
You're an idiot, brother.
Yeah, that was just me बोल.
And you too, Fremine. You 3, Traveler. And you 4, Paimon.
Wait, what did we do?
I've seen Clairvy around the House of the Hearth before. I hadn't seen her in Poisson, so I figured she must not have come with us. But it turns out, you were just hiding her.
The
I
hell?
heard you talking about your plan. Rather than steering clear of the situation, I'd rather fully join in. If you don't agree, I'll have no choice but to report everything back to Father. Simple as that.
You're not giving us much wiggle room here, Lynette. Well, I guess we're all in this together then. After we talk to Clairvy, we'll figure out our next move. There's no time to lose.
Okay.
I'm full. Thank you for bringing me this food, you guys. She said she's full, but the food doesn't look like it's even been touched.
That's right. Based on what I've been able to observe, it doesn't seem like Clairvy can interact with the physical world at all. Still, when she's presented with food, she'll always linger around it for a good little while. Maybe, in her mind, she really is eating those things.
Does she know that she has already passed away?
I've tried to ask her, but she didn't answer. My guess is that she...
Clairvy, if you've got some time...
Sure. Oh, another new friend. Hello.
Clairvy, how did you join the House of...
Huh? Isn't it the same for everybody? The knave brings you here and then you can't leave.
It's just that... your name...
Hello, thing with a bro. Is it refined सा food blade for belly or no? Refine करने की जरूरत नहीं है. R1 पे enough. Refine करने से you can get like some EM buff and for your like carry, but उतना ज़्यादा necessary नहीं और बहुत glitchy सा है तो you don't need to refine it. R1 पे काफी है.
It's not complete. There are a lot of people who aren't on it, and never will be. In this house, some people are family, and other people are just test subjects. Those kinds of people aren't ever going to get a place on the roster. Wait, does that mean the knave...
Is there anyone that can vouch for you?
Perry. She's my best friend. She's the only one I trust in this place.
Have either of you heard of that name before?
No.
Me neither.
Clairvy. Perry. But it seems like she's telling the truth. Either that, or this kid's already got a bag of tricks bigger than mine. Maybe we should try a different approach.
A wish?
It can be anything you want. Just imagine. It's your birthday, you're blowing out the candles, and you're
where the sun can find me. That's it? Well, that sounds easy enough. The darkness in the house run.
Okay, time to divide and conquer. I'll try and find a way to use basic illusory magic to take Clairvy outside and bring her somewhere with sunlight. Lynette, try and find the list of executions that Clairvy was talking about, and see if her name is on. Fremine, you stay in Poisson. We can't be the only ones who've had run-ins with Clairvy. I need you to collect intel on everything she said and—
Understood.
I'll try my best.
What
Hey,
about
cool.
us? What should we do?
I really appreciate your willingness to help, but this is a family matter. I don't want to drag you in too deep. It's too risky. Let me think. Since Father considers you to be guests, maybe you could stick by her side for a little while. You don't need to do anything except keep up some nice casual
Paimon gets it. You want us to distract?
I'll give you a magic bird. If Father suspects something, all you need to do is release it when she's not looking, and it'll alert me. Of course, that's only as a last resort. If Father doesn't seem to notice us, there's no need to make contact. Well, if the worst case scenario happens and we're discovered, just tell Father everything. We're not going to let our guests get punished for our own actions. That's where we draw the line. You too. Okay, this is where we part.
Oh, that's nice, भाई. आली के साथ थोड़ा देखने को क्या लगता है ये?
I really hope this goes well. No.
Yeah, this is actually a nice story, भाई. Like, not gonna lie, this is actually good story. Man. That is right. Yeah. What is this guy doing here, bhai?
It's the knave and child. Hey, aren't you supposed to be in Snezhnaya recuperating? What are you still doing in Font?
Oh, it's you two. I didn't expect to run into you here. I was unconscious for quite a while after the fight in the Primordial Sea. After I woke up, I realized I couldn't have that now, could I? Not when I've still got unfinished business here in Fontaine. So, I must—
What sort of unfinished business are?
It has to do with Skirk, my master. I really wanted to meet up with her, but by the time I got back, she had already left. I still have so many questions for her. Without any other leads, all I could do was ask the knave to help me track her down. She must have left
What?
behind some traces from—
Oh, okay, so
Unfortunately, no. While the House of the Hearth is adept at collecting all manner of intelligence, certain existences can still manage to escape.
Basically, unless Master feels there's a need to meet with me, she's not going to be found. But that problem has an easy fix. I just need to become stronger, and then—
Paimon thinks you should focus on getting better first.
the worst of it is over. It's all thanks to that one kid from the House of the Hearth. Elwar, I think her name was. She gave me a bunch of random potions to drink. They didn't go down easy, let me tell you. Pain and chills all over. But they really did help speed up my recovery. And that's good, because it looks like I really do have to head back this time.
Project Stuja?
Yeah, that's the one. I heard Regrator's involved too. I'm not looking forward to having to listen to all his monologuing, that's for sure. Hey, maybe you could think of a way for me to stay in Fontaine. Helping Linny and the others brush up on their fighting skills would be far more interesting. If you and I could spar, that would be even better. I've been waiting for a chance to see you go—
And what a sweet little daydream that is. But I also have a role to play in all this. I'll be leaving Fontaine shortly as well. Besides, considering how little they see fit to step outside the homeland, being called on to return to Snezhnaya by such illustrious dignitaries. What a—
one I could do without it.
Is it just Paimon? Or does it kind of seem like they're...
So, dear guests of the House of the Hearth, to what do—
Well, we just... we're super close to Linny and the others, but...
Is that so? Introductions have already been made, have...
Oh, well, you see? There's only so much you can learn about someone from a short introduction. At least tell us something a little extra, like...
Good question. I'd also like to know.
The fact that you have to ask tells me our intelligence work has been quite successful. Telling you the answer to that question would only serve to undermine that success. And we can't have that. Now can we?
Spoken like a true diplomat. That was some expert sidestepping right there.
Well, if there's nothing else, I think I'll take my leave. I still have a small matter to resolve at home.
Wait, don't go!
I'd also like to hear the answer to this. I've met some of the members of your organization, and they all seemed like really good kids. They actually reminded me of Tonya and Tusser. Which, by the way, if you ever betray them, I'm just letting you know, I won't let you off easy.
And why would I betray them?
Well, you've already betrayed the House of the Hearth once, haven't you? At least, that's what I heard.
What the hell?
Okay, I admit. That's just what the old man told me. The rooster, I mean.
Wait, did you really do something bad to those kids?
Never mind what I've done. I'm more curious as to what the mighty rooster had to say. Care to enlighten me?
Well, nothing much. Just some stuff about you taking out many other members of the House of the Hearth, and even going so far to attack your own family. Oh, based on your reaction, I'm guessing it's all a bunch of lies.
Hardly. I don't appreciate his particular turns of phrase, but I suppose he didn't say anything untrue. Although, it would be more accurate to say that there is a certain level of prejudice involved, but I don't intend to clear that up just yet. Prejudice has a funny way of concealing the real truth behind certain things, an attribute that I find to be quite advantageous. Call yourself a Fontanian, for example, and people will assume all sorts of things, when the real truth is that this is simply the land where I was raised.
Huh? You're not actually from Fontaine? But then, why did you try to help out with the prophecy?
I was trying to protect the children born in Fontaine. Claiming that I myself was a Fontanian simply made it easier to operate. People would hardly suspect a fellow Fontanian of having any ulterior motives. The primordial sea wouldn't have any effect on me, but it would have caused great harm to the House of the Hearth. Well, you wanted extra information, didn't you? There you go.
So, you stayed in Fontaine for the kids. I guess I was wrong to believe you'd betray them. Apologies. Looks like I was holding on to some prejudices myself.
Good. Like I said, I like it when others have misconceptions of me.
Actually, while I was recuperating at the House of the Hearth, there was something else that really caught my attention. I heard that members always resolve disputes and arguments with a friendly spar, and the loser has to back down. Seems pretty cool if you ask me. Would also give them plenty of opportunity.
Well, that's only a recent development. In the past, such spars weren't nearly so friendly. The losing party would lose everything, including their life.
They were that high stakes? Whew, at least...
Well, the current atmosphere's not half bad. I'm a bit jealous, actually. You've got so many family members around you, and you even get to live with them.
Having a lot of family around means dealing with a considerable amount of bickering and scheming. Once Tonya and Tusser enter their rebellious phase, I'm sure you'll understand. Just imagine. Tusser becomes obsessed with plucking out strands from the rooster's mustache, or Tonya decides to dye her hair 42 different colors.
Okay. I get the picture.
भाई चाइल्ड को ट्रॉमेटाइज कर रही है भाई लाइक ब्रो व्हाट द हेल भाई
Well, would you look at the time? I should probably... Traveler, Paimon, I'm not sure where our paths will cross next. But the next time we run into each other, we should definitely try and find some time to spar.
Again, maybe this is a conversation we can have when you look less like you're gonna keel over.
All right. Well, thanks for everything, Arlecchino.
No thanks necessary. You also played a part in obtaining the Gnosis. I would say we can call ourselves...
I like the sound of that.
We should probably get going too. Do you want to head back with us?
Oh? You want me to leave so soon?
Oh,
I'm rather enjoying the evening breeze. If you don't mind, I think I'll stick around for a bit. Apologies for not attending to you like a proper host. Please forgive this.
We managed to keep her distracted until nightfall.
Oh? You decided to stay al-
Oh, I wonder if Liddy ran into any issues. Let's hurry back and see how everything went.
बोले दिया क्या पता ही कि अगले मिशन के थोड़ा सा आया बट ना ज़्यादा नहीं ज़्यादा क्या होता है बट जस्ट टीपी बाय टीपी 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 भाई इतना अंदर क्यों है क्या ही चलता है हम अंदर जाएंगे अंदर जाके करेंगे ओ उड़ ही तो सकता हूँ मैं बाइक निकाल के इस गेम आ गिर गया एकदम बढ़िया
Liddy, how did everything go?
Well, long story short, we ran into a small issue. Clairvy can't go into the sunlight. Everything was fine at first. She followed me up to the surface just like I told her. But as I led her out of the shadows and into the sunlight, she vanished. I turned around and there she was, standing at the edge of the shadows, silently watching me.
Huh. Maybe she's afraid of sunlight, or... No, it wouldn't be her wish if... Well, we could always try pushing her into it. Oh, true.
I've pretty much tried it all already. Nothing worked. Eventually, the sun went down, so all I could do was bring her back here. How did it go with you, Lynette?
Good. I've got the list. It's right here.
Really? Well, what a... Oh, that's a lot of pages. Oh, it's gonna take forever to get through it all.
We can each take a section. Here.
La Pouillade, L'Endroit, Chambel. Oh, yikes. That our rare guy has a huge scar on...
I've met him before. The scar...
Did he say...
Well, I asked if there was someone he was interested in. He said no. It was only later that I learned he really did have someone he liked. He risked everything to escape so he could be with her, but... it didn't work.
Wait, so that means...
It may seem cruel, but it's just one of the rules of the house. Betrayal is not to be taken lightly. We know too many secrets to come and go as we... Her name's not here, huh? Well, that's not too surprising. It doesn't seem like this list is complete. It only contains... Let's shift our attention then. Fremine, were you able to find... Fremine...
Sorry.
Hmm.
I managed to talk to quite a few people, but I couldn't help but notice that the atmosphere in the house was a little...
Strange.
Yeah, I mean, I know there have been arguments in the past, times when people haven't gotten along. Chaplot and Filiol are a good example of that.
Oh, those are two of the people that we met while delivering supplies.
Okay,
I
okay.
can see how they might not get along. They had very different vibes, and their, interest...
That's to be expected, actually. Father brought us all here, shared her knowledge with us, taught us how to fight. that's one thing we all share. But that, as members of the House of the Hearth, we're also considered part of the Fatui. Certain members get older and realize they want something else for themselves. But considering the rules of people like Chaplot and Foltz are loyal to Father and her vision, they're proud to be part of the Fatui. Filial and Nantoy on
These kinds of conflicts have always been there. It's not like Father is in the dark about
Well, that's true. But it just feels like things have gotten worse lately. I can't say for sure, but I think they've met Clairvy.
You think she's been inciting them to act out?
No, not exactly. But I wouldn't be surprised. She's told me about it before. Experiments being run on children. People being used as pawns on the battlefield without so much as the strength to survive.
And they just believed all that? Without any evidence?
Clairvy's words probably gave them the excuse they were looking for. Whether they actually believe them to be true is secondary.
This is all because of Project Stuja, isn't it?
Whoa, hold on. What's this Project Stuja all about?
Sorry, but I'm not sure of the details. I only know what Father has told us, which is that it's something the Rooster and Regrader have been working on together. Apparently, it has to do with the Fatui's strategic... Because the House of the Hearth was so successful in
Yeah, कैसा पप्पू इवेंट आई ना हो रहा है. You have the highest score, still boring है. Okay.
Project Stuja.
Wait, but is
Key role is just another way of saying dangerous role. Father thinks so too, but she's in no position to refuse. Their plan isn't exactly unreasonable, and they've been funneling the house a lot of... It's just that... we'll lose a lot of members in the process. Participating in the plan... it's an honor in name only. What they're really trying to do is subdue us. The existence of an intelligence organization outside their control makes them feel uneasy.
बाद में
Okay, super complicated top secret Fatui business aside, what does all of this have to do with the conflicts you were talking about earlier? Paimon doesn't get the connection.
External pressure has a way of exacerbating internal strife. You can't overlook the power of fear either. People are... I thought resolving the Clairvy situation would make everything go back to normal. But it looks like things are more complicated than I thought. If we leave Filial and the others to their own devices, sooner or later, Father
मैंने
will be
सोचा
forced
था
to
ये
take action.
फिशिंग रॉड वाला इवेंट था.
on one
मैं फिशिंग
situation
रॉड से तो बेटर है, बट काफी अजीब. फिशिंग रॉड वाला होता तो फिर धीरे धीरे जाता हो जाता ना. उन्होंने भी सेम इवेंट रखा था उसमें फिशिंग का समथिंग अभी.
It won't do any good. It might even make matters worse. We should focus on Clairvy for now. Well, it's getting late. We should head back and get some rest. We'll try again first thing tomorrow. Lynette, you stick with me this time. Fremine, keep a close eye on Filial and the others. Make sure they don't do it. Good work today, everyone. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, Paimon was looking forward to an early night, but she can't sleep at all. Hey, you don't think the knave will be too angry with Linny and everyone if she's even scary when she smiles. If she were to actually get angry... Ooh, you have to protect Paimon if that happens, okay, Traveler? Oh, well, in that case, we should just plan on running away. We'll grab Linny and the others and we can make a break for... Look! Look over there! Quick! Let's catch up with her before anyone sees! Over there!
कहाँ गई?
Full throttle!
Where's she going? Or if someone sees her, we're toast! how pretty the outside is. If only I could have more than this. You probably think I'm being silly, huh? All this hopeless resisting? Please, help us get on the same page here, Clary. Sure. Although, everyone in this family is nothing more than a tool. Something to be used and exploited. We're all expendable. Including me. As long as you're useful, you get to stick around. Lose your value. You're handed over to the doctor, experimented on, and given a fate worse than death. You're saying the knave did all that? It's just, that doesn't seem like something she would do. She's scary and all, but it seems like even she has lines she wouldn't cross. I knew you wouldn't believe me. Everyone thinks she's a good person. They all think of her like a real mother. Mother? But she doesn't deserve that title. She's disgraced it and tarnished it. And if I had things my way, if only Perry were here, she'd understand. Perry? There's that... Also, Paimon's getting a strange feel. It almost feels like she's not really here with us. Paimon can't tell if she's actually talking to us or if she's mistaken us for someone else. Well, in any case, it seems like she really needs someone to talk to. She looks so young. It's getting windy. I should close the window. Ooh, look at the moon. Isn't it pretty? Hey, wanna hear a secret? I heard that if you look up at the night sky in Snezhnaya, Perry and I promised each other that once we're older, we're gonna go but I can't find her. I'm worried she's also been... No, that wouldn't happen to her. She's special. Mother likes her a lot. I should really go talk to Mother, but we just fought. She doesn't want to see me, and I'm too... What should I do?
What is with this mother thing, like?
Paimon really doesn't understand what's going on with... Well, let's head back. We've got an early morning tomorrow.
All right, looks like we're all here. Let's go ahead with the plan.
Oh? What is it?
What makes you ask that?
Well, we kinda ran into Claire. We met the doctor back in Sumeru. He's super dangerous.
It's possible that Father and the Doctor have had certain dealings, but I don't think Father would work with him. We're not really on the same side, so there's not a lot of trust between... I did hear, though, that when Father first became a Harbinger, the Doctor offered to work with the House of... Father rejected most of his proposals, except for one.
Secret experiment? Could that be...
I don't think so.
I don't know any details about the experiment itself, but I do know it's an entirely independent operation. The Doctor only proposed a direction for the research. That was the extent of his involvement. I still don't think that counts as working together. The details of the experiment are confidential, but complete records are kept on all participants. That doesn't seem to be the case with the situation Claire... I know you don't agree with some of the Fatui's methods, and I'm not asking you to. But I am...
Alright, that's good to hear at least. Clary seems to think the Knave and the Doctor work together to do something horrible. If that turns... It's just that... It doesn't seem like Claire... The easiest thing to do would be just ask the Knave directly, but... Paimon doesn't think she'd tell us.
Father didn't come back last night. She's probably still near the shore. Lynette, you're with me. Fremine, all right.
Okay. Ay, ada. Nggak panai nih, nggak panai ini ya, nggak panai ini ya. वैसे मुझे पता है स्टोरी क्या है, ऑफ कोर्स भाई आगे के इतने सारे ट्रेलर रहते हैं, ये वो तो आई ऑलरेडी नो बट वेयर द स्टोरी इज गोइंग, बट या स्टिल
Ah, it's you two again. I must say, you look a bit pale. Perhaps if you had less on your mind, you'd be able to absolve yourself of such troubles. So what are you planning to do now? Catch up on some sleep? Or should I give you... Although I must profess to being curious. Without child here, how do you plan on...
Us? Distract you?
Looks like you could have used some extra time to think. No matter. If you don't have any other plan, don't worry. I'll be sure to steer clear of any scheming children.
The ocean breeze is sure nice today.
Children always think they can hide things from the grown-ups. But nothing gets past me. Least of all a little scheming. I think I'll let them have at it for a little longer. I can be very patient. Well, I'll leave you to think things over. If you're so inclined, meet me outside the Palais Mermonia. Good things come to children who do as they're told. So I do hope...
What should we do? She clearly knows about everything we've been doing, and Paimon doesn't think it'd be a stretch to say she was threatening us just now. Oh, good idea. Well, we should probably head to the Palais Mermonia. Paimon doesn't want to find out what happens if we don't show up. Okay, then we probably should...
okay, that's cool.
Seeing as we still have some time before my meeting, we might as well enjoy some... I'm glad to see you get along with my children. Being surrounded by good companions is necessary.
You're not planning on doing anything to them.
I assume you're referring to Lenny, Lynette, and Fremine, although there's that situation with Filial and Nentoy as well. No matter. I'm not one to discriminate. All those who betray the house meet the same fate.
Does that mean you're going to kill them?
Oh, are you here to beg for their lives? I'm sorry to disappoint, but the rules of the house...
But don't you care about them at all? They really respect you. They even call you father. You must feel something for...
Any organization in which feelings come before principles is one destined for ruin. The House of the Hearth is hardly an exception. You could say our principles are more stringent than most. Perhaps I can offer you this consolation at least. As our guests, you two will not be held accountable along with them. I would imagine Linny, Lynette, and Fremine will be able to keep their lives. As for Filial, Nentoy, and the others, I'm afraid there's little I can do. They can try to escape, but once you know our secrets, there's no getting...
But that's the...
Ah, you seem concerned. Out of consideration for my guests, I suppose, if Linny and the others manage to dispose of Clairvy in the meantime, all evidence of their wrongdoing will be lost. In that case, I could hardly punish. If their efforts are unsuccessful, on the other hand, all will be held accountable. And the punishment will be severe. Of course. Oh, and here, I believe this belongs to you. Do try and keep better track of it next. It takes a considerable amount of time to train a bird like this. It would be...
Wait, where did you get that?
Well, I'm afraid that's all the time we have to chat. I asked you to meet me here because I have business at the Palais Mermonia. It has nothing to do with you, but I think it would be prudent for you to stick by my side for the time being. There will all... well, time to go.
Bhai, she know everything. She knows every freaking thing, like, dude, like, crazy. अंदर क्यों जा रहे हैं? लो भाई अंदर बाइक चलाएंगे, लेट्स ओ लेट्स का कमरा.
It's been a while, Monsieur Neuvillette. I must say, I wasn't expecting my meeting request to be approved quite so quickly. The Palais Mermonia operates with an efficiency worthy of admiration.
It is only right that an esteemed diplomat such as yourself should be afforded the proper level of respect. Although, if I may speak plainly, I must confess that I did not anticipate we would have the occasion to meet again after presenting you with the Gnosis. I see you brought the Traveler and Paimon with you as well. If I may inquire as to the purpose of your visit.
I'll be departing Fontaine shortly. There is, however, an outstanding matter that I would like to see resolved. It requires a rather lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. So I took the liberty of explaining everything in this proposal. Please.
Bapre. Ah, she's so hot.
I understand your request. However, at the risk of causing offense, I must admit that I fail to see why you would wish for such a
I heard you have a certain fondness for water tasting, Monsieur Neuvillette. So allow me to use water as an analogy. A family is like a large body of water with countless rivers. As someone who watches over this system, I would hope that each river that flows from the source will eventually reach the ocean. Of course, objectively speaking, I know this is impossible. Most of the rivers will dry up along the way, disappearing into the ground and leaving nothing but a barren riverbed behind. Not all rivers are destined to reach the ocean, but I would not see their existence rendered meaningless. I believe the water that flows within them is simply meant for a different destination, like a field in need of irrigation.
Did you get any of that?
Your words paint an optimistic picture indeed. Allow me to remind you, however, few among us are willing to sip from a glass filled with tainted water.
It may have been tainted at one point in time, but not to worry. I'll make sure it's strained of all impurities and returned to its cleanest form.
I seem to recall there being a transactional aspect.
If you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I will gradually withdraw my forces from Fontaine, unless absolutely necessary, I will no longer carry out any special missions within Fontaine.
I presume I can take your words to mean that, in the future, cases similar to the Tartuffe assassination will...
Tartuffe? Ah, that thief who embezzled funds from all those charities, you mean? My deepest condolences to his family, but without any evidence, I cannot imagine how the House of the Hearth might have been involved in his passing. Of course, if you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I'm sure certain measures could be taken to reduce the frequency of such troubles.
You choose your words carefully indeed. In that case, I'm inclined to accept your...
My thanks for your generosity, Monsieur Neuvillette. Well, with that settled, we should be going now. I took the liberty of bringing along 2 bottles of spring water from Snezhnaya for you to enjoy. I do hope I get the chance to hear your impressions. Perhaps at our next meeting, yes?
Indeed. I trust you would not overlook your commitment in the meantime.
All right, Traveler Paimon.
Bapre. भाई साहब, that's scary भाई. उसने literally न्यूज़लेट की बोलती बात कहती थी like ठीक है आज, okay, very nice भाई.
So, what exactly were you talking about? Paimon only heard you mention some rivers, a large...
You really want to know? I would imagine there might...
Winnie, Paimon really hopes everything's going... Oh, Paimon recognizes that look. You've got your thinking cap on, don't you, Traveler?
shoot. Are you all... Oh, jeez. I'm so sorry. I was so focused on selling these papers, I wasn't looking where I was going. Well, let me make it up to you.
Oh, you don't have to give us a...
Please, I want to. It's not like it's my fault, really. I was just trying to bring home some extra mora for the family, but I bit off...
What's going on here?
Nothing much. I just ran into your friend here on accident.
Hold on.
Of course, I'm happy to compensate you with mora, it's just...
I'll take 3 papers. Here.
Oh! Thank you for your patronage. If only I had the chance to run into such generous customers every day. I should probably just take on a smaller inventory. Though,
Hello,
right?
top of
Sometimes it's hard to not...
Well, now that my affairs are settled, we should take the boat back to Poisson.
Actually, why don't we... Paimon just realized how hungry she is. She can't head back to Poisson and...
It appears you two are under the impression that delaying our return will somehow alter the situation in your favor. I'm sorry to ruin your fantasy. That being said, I could be persuaded to give Linny some extra time. If you agree to my request, I'll even answer some of your questions. You're quite curious about
Wait, why are you being so generous all of a sudden?
मैं तो आली की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ भाई
Do something
मतलब
bad, are you?
You overestimate yourself. You don't have the talent for bad things.
Then what can you possibly...
The most important consideration in a negotiation is that both sides receive something wonderful. Here. When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation.
Okay, sounds normal enough, but...
That is for you to decide. Then we have a deal.
Oh,
Follow me.
let's go, nice. बढ़िया है न्यू प्ले बीजीएम नहीं यार बीजीएम है ये सब तो नहीं खेलता मैं just play Genshin and some other games which are like pretty good. BGM is not my type. Thanks for the sub, man. Thanks for the sub. अबे भाई अमन shut up. Shut up. सब कर दिया शुक्रिया शुक्रिया.
What is this place?
Somewhere long forgotten by everyone. It used to be a grand building. No one comes here anymore, nor does anyone care about what once happened here. It was before I became a harbinger, and before Linny and the others joined the House of the Hearth. Due to certain events, I first killed Clairvy and then her mother.
What the
And
fuck?
this is where it all happened.
कोई ना सीख जाओगे भाई.
You were the one that killed Clairvy?
Patience now. Allow me to explain Clairvy's side of the story first. I'll start from the beginning. Clairvy was 6 years old when she was brought by her mother, Crucibina, to live in the House of the Hearth. From the outside, it seemed like a fairy tale. A thriving family made up of kind adults and friendly children.
कौन सा पीछे चीज़ें mention है description में you can read it.
The Hearth was under her control. She was Clairvy's mother by blood, but she was also the mother to all the children in the house. Clairvy was happy here, for a time. But she quickly realized that being part of this family wasn't a fairy tale at all.
Purgatory?
Exactly. The House of the Hearth takes in war orphans from all over Teyvat. But as for how to raise, Crucibina came up with a novel idea. She would teach the children to fight.
We
them to duel each other, and then,
were from
as the
Delhi
king
by
of
Delhi
House
must
Charles
ekdam
proved themselves
Belkin
worthy of inheriting.
um,
It's difficult to estimate the number of
art
children who died
it's
or
like
named
a subscription
process.
thingy for Genshin. You get like some extra reward for
Stop.
subscription. That's it.
Ones that emerged with permanent injuries, on the other hand, well, they still served a purpose. They would be handed over to the doctor to be experimented on, or sent away on dangerous missions. Nothing more than tools to be used and then discarded.
So those were the experiments Clairvy was talking about. But what actually happened to her? You said that Clairvy was Crucibina's daughter, so if Clairvy tried to convince her to stop what she was doing, Crucibina probably would have listened, right?
Despite being Clairvy's mother, Crucibina cared little for her daughter. She forced Clairvy to join the House of the Hearth only as a means to demonstrate her own impartiality as a mother, to prove that she treated all her children equally. Clairvy did try to convince her mother to change her ways, but it was to no avail. After her efforts failed, the only other option was to rise up and try to fight back. Unfortunately, the other children had already been thoroughly
that's cool.
indoctrinated into the illusion of happiness Crucibina. Of course, there was one exception. Someone Clairvy's age who knew the truth about the House of the Hearth. Her name was Peruware.
Wait, the friend that Claire...
Friend, huh? I suppose. Clairvy was a cheerful and passionate person with a tenacious spirit.
Yeah, that's cool.
Peruware, on the other hand, was rather cold-blooded. Her cold-blooded nature allowed her to see through Crucibina's facade. Yet, it was also this cold-bloodedness that prevented her from acting against it. At least at first. While Clairvy longed for freedom, Peruware was convinced that, amid all the fighting and violence, she would make it until the end. Despite their differences, the two became fast friends, united by their knowledge of the truth. Clairvy told Peruware that she hoped to create a real family, where no one would be killed or sacrificed. There may have been a certain naivete to her ideas, but Clairvy proved her determination many times over. She tried countless times to run away, ask for help, or expose the truth. But her efforts only earned her beating after beating. The only thing that kept her going, even with her body racked with pain. She would still stand on her tiptoes and open the window at night. She and...
Oh no.
Her hopelessness resulted from a culmination of things. 10 years had passed. 10 years worth of failure after failure. She and Peruware weren't children anymore, but finding a chance to escape still seemed as hopeless. It was during this time that Peruware suggested a new plan. If escaping was out of the question, why not take down the very person sitting on top of
भाई मैंने पे pull किया क्या? नहीं मैं पे already have Furina, so I don't need to pull.
Clairvy rejected that proposal. She claimed that, as a famous harbinger, Crucibina possessed an unimaginable amount of power. Trying to kill her would have an incredibly low chance of success. Clairvy never gave another reason, but Peruware could see it written all over her face. Clairvy still thought of Crucibina as her mother. If she couldn't escape and fight back, then only one up. Precisely. Death. It happened during a duel. When she arrived at the dueling ring that day, her partner turned out to be none other than Peruware. The very person that had stood by her side all those years. It was a fierce battle. But ultimately, Clairvy decided to let From that moment on, Peruware's journey was one written in flames. When the rain finally came and washed it all away, there she stood, the sole victor in Mother's endless game of... It was the very result she had predicted 10 years prior. Even then, she believed she would make it until the end. She wasn't surprised by the fact that she emerged as Mother's undisputed heir. Rather, her success left her with an inexplicable sense of... She was unsettled. And there was only one thing that could quell that sensation. Perhaps Perhaps you two would like to take.
Who's Sabina, you mean?
Correct.
भाई
This
भाई
is the
Genshin
place where
give
you
anything
were
free to
killed
me
her
पे
best friend.
ये Genshin में rewards तो बहुत सारे हैं just खेलो
This is
थोलो नए
also the
players में तो
place
already
she
बहुत सारी
fought
चीज़ें
tooth
होती हैं
and
ऐसे
nail to
specifically
kill
कुछ
the
नहीं
mother they
different नहीं देते
shared.
they already have so
The
much to do
moment she
तो पहले
ended,
उसको enjoy करो
any
story
conception of what was
exploration
right or
सब कुछ
wrong
enjoy करो
ceased to
there's nothing
matter. It's one of the principles of the house. Only those who survive get to write the rule. Peruere won the battle and became a harbinger herself. After which Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa, bestowed upon her a new name. Arlecchino.
So the Perry Clairvy was talking about... It was you all along. You're Peruere. Arlecchino is just a name...
I left that name behind long ago. I must say, hearing it now... After I defeated Crucibina, the moniker of Mother died with her. I chose to forego the title she called herself and even chose to give up my own name. I rebuilt the house, and that is where the story ends. Any more questions?
Yeah. Based on what you just told us...
I suppose you could call her an illusion born of flame. Her existence is like ashes to a fire. You see, a certain power runs through my veins. It's not unlike a curse. Of course, the chances of those shadows morphing into a sentient entity are exceedingly slim. Clairvy died when she was 16 years old, but what emerged from the flames was her 6-year-old self. Her appearance wasn't the only thing affected. Most of her memories were lost to the blaze as well. Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing a portion of your memories will alter your sense
इनका
of self.
ना
Lose 10 years worth, however. And it would be like living in the past.
No wonder Paimon got such a weird feeling when we were talking to her.
Perhaps I should put it this way. Clairvy is someone trapped in time. It may seem like she exists with us in the present.
So if all of that is true, then you must have known about Clairvy for...
Indeed. She's a rather volatile and unstable entity. But other times, she would hide from me and become obsessed with revealing the truth about the house to any... Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. And your attempts to expose Clairvy to sunlight, they failed, yes? The reason is actually quite simple. In Clairvy's mind, the house is impossible, but... No matter. All I have to do is kill her again, and all will be resolved. I don't
Wait! Paimon can understand why you might want her gone, but isn't there another way? So what if she's trapped in her 6-year-old self? She's still your friend! At least talk to her first!
It's too late for that. She broke the rules, and now she must be punished. That goes for filial and I hope you understand. The difference between Crucibina and myself lies in our formulation of the rules, not our policy for enforcing them.
Is this really what you want to do?
Whatever could you mean?
Don't you want to say a proper...
Whether as a killer or as a father, there are two things that must be avoided at all costs. Anger and sorrow. Anger makes you impulsive. Well, it appears it's about time to proceed. Before we arrived, I told some of my well-behaved children to bring our troublemakers here, but I do believe I've kept my end of the deal. I give your friends quite a bit more time.
Yeah.
Here they are, Father.
Oh, you gonna execute him? Seeing something like that would actually be a... Lenny!
I'm sorry. I heard about how you helped buy us, but I still failed. I couldn't find a way to fulfill...
Huh? Are you... Perry?
Indeed, it's been a while, Clairvy.
Perry!
Shh, stay right there. I'm sorry to postpone our reunion, but first I believe certain scores need settling.
Father, let me explain.
Out of my way.
Father!
You chose to conceal a threat to the house. And for that, you must be punished. Overall, however, I suppose your wrongdoing is hardly the most egregious of the bunch, so I'll deal with your punishments later. As for right now, the more—
By traitors? Do you mean—
Father, let me explain. We didn't—
Fultz, why don't you share what you—
Yes, Father. Secret midnight meeting number 3. Nantoy clearly said, if only Father wasn't the one who took us in. Sato added, I'm sick of this life. I just want to live. Filial was the worst of them all. She called us crazies and said a bunch of mean things about Father.
I did not! You're lying! Fultz is—
It's not like I'm the only one who heard those things. After that, you and Toddy and a bunch of other people started talking about we're birds locked in a cage.
You little. You just want me gone, don't you? What did I ever do to you, huh? And you, Sheplo, have you forgotten who stood by your sickbed, watched over you, and changed your—
Yeah.
You're wrong, Filial. We don't want you to die. You're our—
Liar. You wouldn't be doing this if that were—
We all live in the House of the Hearth. You know a single betrayal can cost dozens of us our lives. It's not like it's never happened before. That's why the House of the Hearth cannot tolerate any form of betrayal. Ever since we came to Poisson, you've had 7 secret—
You've been spying on us for half a month? Wait,
Filial, I owe you both my life. I owe Clairvy too. If it weren't for all your help after I got poisoned, if this were any other situation, I would do anything to repay—
why?
That's enough, Filial. We made a mistake. I'm sorry, Sheplo. Fultz. We...
Sheplo, according to the rules of the House of the Hearth.
all those who betray the house.
And so it shall be.
Father, please wait!
Something you want to say?
Please reconsider, Father. What Filial and the others did. Does it really count? We all come from broken families. From the very first day we joined the House of the Hearth, we wanted nothing more than to make it a real home. But the truth is, none of us know what a real home should look like. I'm not saying I have all the answers. All I know is this. Killing Filial and the others may uphold the rules, but doing so will only bring us further away from being a real family than we've ever been. So please, Father.
I agree with Linny.
Father, please. Linny, you...
I also agree with Linny.
An order, once given, cannot be rescinded. However, given the extent of your determination,
Our weapons?
Father, are you referring to a—
Precisely. The rules of the house will not be altered. Traitors must be punished. However, resolving disputes with a duel is also one of our rules, one that also applies to me. Demonstrate a sufficient showing of strength, and I shall offer a concession.
Wait. Bead.
Impossible. Father is way too strong, even for Linny.
My that's cute.
Did you hear that, Traveler? Linny and the others have to duel the knave. What should we do? If they lose, those people from the house are really gonna be executed.
Don't you want to say a proper—
Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow.
Oh. Looking at that expression on her face, she seems really serious about this. Guess...
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior. And
When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation, and lend your help.
wrong. Traveler? Hey, where are you going?
Traveler?
You're asking to join the duel against the knave?
I'll allow it. We do have a ready-made dueling ring at our disposal, after all. All I would advise is this. Keep a firm grasp on your weapon, and give it your all. Any less, and you may just lose your life.
ए खबर है नहीं भाई अली अली के साथ फाइट मतलब डेड भाई
Is it my turn?
Everybody
With
stand
these rising flames!
Eat Papa! Get him!
Light up the blazing sun! Now that's more like it.
And
With the fall of darkness, destruction shall rise. Have a taste of purgatory.
अरे
Father's even stronger than I expected.
Light it up! Teamwork is trick!
Pyroclastic surge! Not bad. You've proven to be a worthy opponent after all.
बाप रे भाई शी स्ट्रांग हेलो अनुष्का बताओ स्ट्रीम थैंक फॉर जॉइनिंग इन की हाल चाल हाउ आर यू डूइंग wait, hello. You're gonna just hit me that hard, भाई.
Off we go.
एक और दो लेवल. अरे गलती हो गई भाई, गलती हो गई नहीं लड़ना होगा. गलती हो गई भाई, गलती नहीं 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 लड़ना, नहीं लड़ना नहीं नहीं. Please don't kill me. हाँ? हाँ? She died. हाँ कह सकते हो बॉस फाइट. No, 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 okay, dead. And no. Oh, बच गया पालो बच गया.
Show no mercy!
Sundown is only the beginning.
Après. Oh, Lini, that's cool.
You should know better than to crowd in one place.
oh, I know.
I'm sorry, Father!
Oh, damn, they do it.
Sorry for what? This pitiful excuse for an attack.
No, भाई साहब, she is ruthless, भाई.
it out, did you? You're stronger than I expected.
A crimson moon. I can't move.
Still, not strong enough to beat me.
Damn भाई indeed difficult था. And PC play with mobile. हाँ कोई भी किसी के साथ भी खेल सकता है, कोई दिक्कत.
I believe we can end things here. It's not often that we get to enjoy the company of guests, after all. We wouldn't want things to get too out of hand.
Brother, are you alright?
Lenny!
Given that I am the victor of this duel, as agreed, the punishment stands.
No!
I never thought things would end like this.
However, everyone involved in the duel
May help me
demonstrated a
leveling.
remarkable level of strength and
एक काम करो,
determination.
मैं डिस्को सर्वे उसमें ज्वाइन कर लो. हाँ हमारे पास काफी सारे लोग हैं, कोई ना कोई तो मैंने हेल्प करे. मैं हर टाइम अवेलेबल तो हो नहीं पड़ता तो.
Elwar, the bottled flames I gave you for safekeeping. Do you still have them?
Yes? I wasn't sure what they were for, but I've kept them super safe. I didn't lose a single one.
Wonderful. Then, in just a moment, I'll have you administer them.
Bottled flames?
Indeed. They're the product of a secret experiment. Under certain special circumstances, flames can be extracted from my person and preserved. Once ingested, searing pain will spread across every inch of your body. No harm will come to you physically, but your memories will be burned away. If you can withstand the pain. When you awake, you'll have forgotten everything you know about the House of the Hearth, and will be expelled from the organization. In other words, administering this concoction will kill the version of you that grew up in the house, and give you a new identity. Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing a...
So, you're just letting us...
You misunderstand. Memories are extremely important. Once consumed by flame, the version of you standing before me will die, and our secrets will die with you. So no, I don't intend to just let you go, because the person who survives will be nothing but a stranger.
Even so, I won't have to live in fear anymore. I'm sorry, Father. I'm sorry I let you down. But I really...
Don't cry, Filial. You haven't left the house yet, so there are still rules to be followed, yes? Remember what I taught you. Anger makes you impulsive, sorrow causes...
Of course.
Dry your tears, and go pursue the life you really want.
Yes, Father.
Chaplot, Foltz, Elwar. Take them back to Poisson. I prepared 3 extra vials of bottled flames. As for whether... Goodbye, children. The next time we meet, I will no longer... Thank you for all you've done for the house.
Father.
Let's go.
Here, grab my arm, Linny.
Thank you.
Claire V.
Let's go. That's nice, guys.
Can we talk now? I've been waiting for a super long time. You really are Perry, aren't you? I haven't seen you in so long. How come you're all grown up? Wait, did I somehow travel to the future on accident? Or am I dreaming? What a long dream.
Neither. You died, Claire V. That's what happened.
You could have at least sugarcoated it a little. Look, she's done speechless. Oh. Okay then. Huh? That's it? You accepted it just like that? Yep. If that's what Perry says happened, then I believe her. Perry wouldn't lie to me. Plus, I don't really need to know why I'm like this. I'm more curious about what happens in the future. If you're a harbinger now, Perry, that means Mother is gone, isn't she? Can you tell me about it? I want to know what happened to her. And to me.
You never stopped trying to defy fate. At first, no one believed you. You could only vent your frustrations to the... Later on, you tried to run away, but you were brought back each time. Mother spared your life, but it wasn't out of kindness. Instead, she decided to make an... Still, you never gave up. Mother hoped that through Ruth... But you called on everyone to unite. You tried everything you could think of, but every attempt ended in failure. Still, you never turned your sword on Crucibina, and you never turned it on me. On that gloomy day, for the last 16 years of my life, I've done everything I can to fight for freedom. But now...
I never imagined I would say something like that. I must have been feeling really worn down, but somehow, I still think I understand. According to Mother's plan, only one of us was going to make it. If I could do it all over again, I still don't think I would make a different choice.
Is that so? But as the head of the House of the Hearth, and as the children's father, I've tried to give them the most basic of freedom. It's something I discussed with the Eudex of Fontaine. The children who want to leave the house will have their memories wiped clean of all... Of course, I won't simply hand freedom to them on a silver platter. They have to fight for it and prove themselves worthy of it.
That's more than enough. You know, Perry, I think you're a pretty amazing king. I'm really happy that you're the one who took over the house. I guess I do have one regret, though. I still haven't seen the outside world.
Well, it just so happens that our dear guests over here have been to many nations and traveled to countless places. Perhaps they would be willing to
Really? Of course! We've traveled all over the place. You know, I was playing the lute while singing and... That's where Mora comes from. If I had some Mora, I would buy 3 new dresses. One for me. It's just too bad Perry doesn't like wearing dresses. And Mother, she probably wouldn't accept something like that. Those yokai you mentioned, what do they look like? I once saw a drawing of this one guy with horns on his head.
But it's like channel points, सबके अलग-अलग points होते हैं. हमारे यहाँ पे like just fun, but just founded it like yeah, पर मैंने बंद दे दिया.
I was always too afraid to skip, but at the academia, I bet you could do all sorts of... I'm just kidding. The situation was super dangerous. Lenny and Lynette were accused of committing a crime. Oh no! That must have been hard for all of you.
I mean, just normal channel readings जो भी होते हैं थोड़े बहुत.
We were able
Ryan will tell you more.
Around super quickly, all thanks to Detective Paimon, of course. How'd you do that? Come on, tell me. Okay.
Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. And Clairvy, you've worked tirelessly from the shadows to overthrow the House of the Hearth. Now, by my authority as the Knave, I shall announce how this matter ends. You are hereby expelled from the House of the Hearth. You are no longer tied to this place, nor are you bound by its rules.
You're saying that I can finally leave? I get to experience the outside world as well? Oh, I almost forgot. There's no getting older for me. Still, seeing who you grew up to be makes me really happy, Parallel. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.
May we meet again someday.
Clairvy. She left so soon. Paimon didn't even get to finish her.
I also have certain sentiments left. I wanted to tell her that the aurora I saw in Snezhnaya was just but a shadow's memories reset at dawn. Had we delayed any longer, we wouldn't have had the time to say goodbye. Whatever regrets may linger.
Father?
It's Linny! Hey, Linny! What is he doing back here? Let's go check it out.
Father, the bottled flames have been administered.
And you? What have you...
Thank you for giving us that choice, Father. But Lynette and Fremine feel the same way. They're recuperating back at the hotel booth.
I'm sure you're well aware of the expectations I have for you. I want you to follow in my footsteps and become the next king of the house. Yet you seem to have different ideas. I must admit, I'm rather surprised by your decision to stay. There's nothing wrong with choosing to live a quiet life. Leading...
I just... never understood what you...
You're brave, talented. You would do anything to protect them.
Speaking up back there was so brave of you, Linny. It's all thanks to you that we were able to convince...
You're a hero, Linny.
Hero. Father is the real hero. Had Father gone all out during the duel, there's no way I would have walked away with my life. She must have had it all planned from the beginning. I'm not deserving of that title.
You're wrong. In my opinion, all you need to be deserving of the throne is conviction and the necessary strength to act. We may have different ideas of what it means to be a family, but you can hardly be said to lack conviction. What you truly lack is strength. For someone of your talent, though, that's something that will come with, even without that strength. You still chose to face me in a duel, even though the odds were stacked.
Father.
No one knows what the future holds. What tragedy, if reaching a certain standard, were strength may decide the ultimate victor, but those who let a lack of strength dictate their decisions or undermine their convictions will never be.
I understand, Father.
Children must grow up to surpass their parents. Only then, the road ahead is not an easy one.
You've done so much for me, Father. protecting my family at all costs.
Then you're welcome to stay. As for Project Stuja, you need not be too concerned. Having members who longed for the light was our organization's last weakness. With those members no longer among our ranks, the House of the Hearth is like a spider hiding in the shadows. At present, our imperative is to use their plan to our advantage. In doing so, a crimson moon shall rise amid the frigid blizzards of winter. No demonstration of loyalty shall go unrewarded, and no— As for the two of you, whether we meet again as friend or foe, no matter how arduous the journey ahead, I hope we both—
Nice story, भाई. Good story. उड़े hey खत्म नहीं खत्म हुई नहीं bro कब खत्म हुई स्टोरी like bro ना लंबा है भाई का टाइमिंग ये वो
Didn't Linny say that Lynette and Fremine were recovering? Lynette? Fremine? How are you feeling?
Much better. What about you? Are you feeling—
I knew you'd come out unscathed. Oh, and I wanted to ask. Linny and the other members have left Poisson and returned to the House of the Hearth. According to him, there haven't been any—
I see.
I'm glad. Father came to check up on us 2 days ago and told us about what happened with Crusabina and Clairvy. Actually, I've met Crusabina before.
Wait, what? You've met the former name?
Crusabina died a year after Clairvy. It was during the year between their deaths that I joined the House of the Hearth. Crusabina had an extremely cruel and radical— When I joined, though, the experiment she valued so much had already come to— A couple of months after I joined, Father killed
Father took in Lenny and me a couple months after that, but she never meant—
It really seems like something she was planning to— The last time you talked to her, did she mention why she kept it a secret?
She said she didn't want us to be affected by the darkness of the past. She was worried we'd develop the foundation of a family should be free of any corrupting influence. And that's what Father told us, and—
But I still thanked her for everything. It was only after hearing about what Crusabina did that I finally realized how insignificant our lives could have been. The members— If Father hadn't taken over the House of the Hearth, I probably would have already—
Father rarely brings up the fact that she saved us. She doesn't believe that being indebted to her, but even if we didn't owe her anything, we may have arguments or times when we feel wronged. Some people may even choose to leave. But
whether the path before us is big, so I wanted to say thank—
Oh, we didn't do anything, really.
Of course.
Our filial—
I actually saw them at a cafe this morning. They didn't recognize me. From what I could tell, they were drinking— They seemed happy.
Okay, that's my right. He's खत्म हो गया हाँ चलो I think I'll see you guys in the next one. It was a nice story भाई मतलब मजा आया 6 region was का पता नहीं like story गजब story totally worth it. You should do it. Take a second again. Bye bye.